Hi everyone, I'm Michelle Kelly and welcome to my 2019 New Year's resolution, Be the Change, where I broke up with fear, I broke up with shame, and I broke up with guilt. I'm going to get started by reading my inspiration. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, which most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Marianne Williamson. Welcome to everyone who's joining me for the first time, and welcome back to everyone who has watched me before. I'm excited to share with you today something that's been on my mind. Last week I talked about angels and how I've had so many of them come into my life and help me. And I was saying maybe you're somebody else's angel and you don't know it. So with that being said, I'm going to get started. I've been thinking a lot about anxiety and depression. And I didn't know what they were, but when I was growing up, it was you have ants in your pants and you're lazy. So ants in your pants and laziness, I think, is now what is anxiety and depression. And so I got, I had ants in my pants, but I had to pretend like I didn't have ants in my pants. So what I learned how to do is how to pretend there were no ants. And as I was pretending there were no ants, I learned how to soothe myself, my anxiety, I stuck my tongue out. I was a tongue thruster. So I did this all the time, to the point that my parents took me to a dentist who put a gate on my mouth so I could no longer stick my tongue out. So what I learned how to do was how to stick my tongue above it or below it. And I had this trusty pillowcase, not the same one, but I tickled the corner. And so I think that was my anxiety. And so what I learned how to do is how to calm myself and pretend like I didn't have ants in my pants, because I got shamed for not being able to sit still. And so hence started my shaming. And if it wasn't given to me, I projected it onto myself. And then if you were depressed, you were lazy. So what I learned how to do was suck it up. And how you pretended you weren't depressed is you stayed busy. So I know I have anxiety and depression. However, I learned to mask it. And you didn't want to be lazy. So as time is going on and I'm getting older, I am learning. I still took a pillowcase, by the way. That is how I calm myself, and it makes me feel better. So at night when I'm at home, I guess I have anxiety. I know I have anxiety, and I tickle a pillowcase. I used to drink, and that causes more anxiety, and I can no longer do that because I'm lousy at that too, which thank God. So depression, what is depression? Depression is people who won't get out of bed. And the longer I'm learning about myself and my life and having compassion for myself and other people, it's not people are lazy. It is they are depressed. And what is below depression is being paralyzed and not being able to move. And so what I'm learning is how to understand people who have anxiety and depression. And breathing techniques, not expecting myself to be different, but expecting myself to cope. And how I cope is I have to take a deep breath. I can pray and ask God to help me have relief. I can take a yoga class. I can practice. I can do meditation. There are so many ways to help me heal, and not expecting myself to be different than who I am and what I am. And when I am around people that make me feel really bad about myself, I need to move. So if I am to the point that I can't move, sometimes it helps to be able to do one thing instead of do nothing. And if I am used to doing everything, I need to do less, not more. So this is a practice, and I am practicing, and I know everybody else is too. This video is a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but I hope that as I am learning to be kinder and more gentle to myself, that other people are able to do that too. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I can't wait to see you all next week.